Stacking in my bag. Yeah, stacking in my bag. I like crypto grind. Currencies flowing, every coins on my mind. My coin base the upper, watch the numbers climb. In this damn fine, feeling so prime. Hustling these protocols, known to the man. Emptying out my radar, I understand. Jumping on the wave, watch me move the plan. Holding diamond hands in this crypto land. Got my eyes on the prize, making moves like a king. Every transaction hit a cash register ring. Ride a blockchain, we won't never be slow. In the world of finance, that's the profit.
If you're holding real-world assets, utility assets, you are a bank.
Yeah, of course, we go over the news and stuff, but, we just do what feels natural when we be doing our thing.
We gotta get this money on.
What up, though?
Hey, what's good? What's good?
What up, everybody?
We on. What's good? Peace to everybody that's here.
Y'all. So, it looks like we got a crypto bill clearing at least the U.S. Senate milestone as an effort advanced through the first committee. So, it looks like the Senate Agriculture Committee was able to get the market structure passed from their entity or department or whatever. However, it was a 12 to 11 vote. We're going to talk about it. And no Democrats voted in favor of the bill. I want to just do this every single time to remind y'all that the Democrats want you broke and dependent on the system. Never forget that. All facts point to that fact that I just said. They want you broke and dependent on the system. Okay?
That's so crazy, fam. That is so crazy because there's so many black people that vote for Democrats, fam. So many black people. I don't like either side. Either side got their flaws, but I really don't like that side because they really trying to stifle cats, fam. They really are.
Yeah, really are. And then they put everybody in this emotional state. So like majority of people that follow this party is like in this emotional state and they can't get out of it. Like they have them so emotional that you could talk. And I'm going to give y'all a great example. You could talk to them in the nicest, most pleasant way, and they're so caught up in the emotions of everything right now that they can't even receive it. So it's like they stuck in a trance. It's like a spell or something. It's weird.
It's wild.
It's mad sad. But I just wanted y'all to know that no Democrats voted in favor of advancing this bill out of the Senate Agriculture Committee. Literally, if the Republicans did not have the majority, we would be stagnant right now. We would be stagnant. Like, I'm like you, DJ Serve. I hate politics. Man, I'm telling you, bro, because it's like it puts the country in this frenzy that it ain't really gotta be in, but the system was rigged from the start. So yeah, I'm with you, bro. I can't stand politics. I can't stand either side. But when I see one side deliberately stifling innovation in the financial sector and just stifling these markets as much as possible because they want to continue to cash in on what they've been profiting off of for God knows how long, that's when I got a little bit more issues with you than the other side, because they ain't trying to stifle this. You know what I'm saying? They trying to progress and advance the bill and innovate, and y'all over here want to stay stagnant just because your pockets is all right. Like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's fucked up, but it's a divide and conquer tactic that is working like flawlessly, and it's still working, and it's in every aspect of our lives. They figure out a way to divide and keep us divided, keep us bickering and going back and forth, and they have conquered, gang. They are conquering, and that shit is working in real time. So it's mad sad. I was telling D this earlier because we was talking about it, and I won't say any names because I know people from back home. You know, they chime in every now and again. They be trying to act like they don't support me. What they do. Some of them.
They do. Some of them do.
They see what I got going on. So you know, it's this one specific, you know, person from my hometown, somebody I grew up with, somebody that I've actually known probably since elementary school. So he typically puts these posts up about, you know, if y'all people that voted for Trump, stay over there, like those type of posts. So yeah, I've been letting it slide since Trump got elected. I ain't even chimed in with this nigga. I'm like, whatever. today, for some reason, I was like, you know what? Let me see if I could put bro on game so he kind of have a better understanding of what's going on. So he put a post up today, and he said, I'll say it again, and I'll keep saying it until we get a new one. Basically saying until we get a new president. That y'all people that voted for Buddy, he doesn't want to put money into healthcare, but he or the government are giving ICE $858 million in bonuses. If you voted for Buddy, you're part of the problem. So, you know, I was like, oh man, first of all, the entire post isn't accurate. We'll get into that part later. But I responded to him, me being me, because it's like, bro, I know you in real life. I've known you. You knew me when I was a little girl, bro. Like, I've known you for a very long time. You best friends with my, somebody I went to middle school with, my little old boyfriend from way back when. But anyway, so I'm like, all right, let me see if I can help bro out, because I kind of know bro on a personal level. So I said, cliche, but all presidents are puppets. I said, we don't technically even pick the president either. I said, the system was rigged from the start. I said, what's happening now is we're transitioning to a digital era, and ICE is preparing people for the 2030 agenda. I said, it'll be drones and robot dogs to help with what ICE is currently doing, but it'll be for everyone, not just illegals. I said, basically, they are getting folks used to seeing this type of policing. So I said, this isn't conspiracy talk either, but I said, but far too many people are stuck on surface level distractions and not fully understanding the transition occurring. So I told him, I said, gold and silver are at all-time highs, which is a clear signal the world is transitioning. And I said, Trump is the best guy to usher it in because the majority of the country already hates him, and it's easier for people to fall for the narrative the media is pushing. So I said, while folks are distracted, they fall right into the digital trap. That's the scary part. I said when everyone should be positioning themselves and collecting assets before they are stuck in the digital system that's coming by 2030. I said it'll be a divide between wealthy. It'll be a divide between the wealthy and the poor. I said no more middle class. So I said I wouldn't want to be on the poor side of this. I must say it's working though, and most are too emotional to listen. However, I'm going back in my bubble. Just thought I'd bring a different perspective. Just trying to help Buddy out. So he responds with the most democratic, emotional response that I was expecting. He says, now all of a sudden we don't pick the president, with 3 question marks, laughing my ass off. Y'all funny as hell. The fuck is the point in voting for? What's your point in backing someone if we don't pick? You pick the side, right? With a question mark. It's weird that y'all would defend a guy like this and say some bullshit. Listen, say some bullshit like gold and silver. Then he goes on and says, for as long as I can remember, we've got paid with dollars on our paycheck, not this gold and silver you pulling out thin air. Gold and silver that I'm pulling out thin air. Good luck. And then he told me good luck with that. I said, oh, bro, since high school, Jesus. And even in high school, did you pick the book up? Because I don't think you did. You know what I'm saying? I know what high school you went to, bro. You ain't learned squat shit at that goddamn school. Like I said, I ain't gonna say no name, but I even know what school you went to. I know where you got your education from. So I'm like, it is showing, bro. It's showing. So I responded. I said, no, the electoral college picks the president. The local, because I wanted to turn this into a teaching moment. I wasn't trying to like go back and forth because I could have cooked his ass. Y'all know me. I could have cooked him, but I did. I said, you know what? I'm gonna try and be like D today, and I'm gonna try and turn this into a teaching moment. So I said, the local elections people barely participate in is way more important. But I said, but you see what I mean? My response was informative. I wasn't defending him. I'm literally trying to help. I said, go back and read it. But clearly, you don't understand markets because gold and silver prices are indicators, and that same dollar you're referring to is being replaced digitally with stablecoins. I said, the banks are literally upgrading technology and voting on laws as we speak. But he didn't respond. I sent this 2 hours ago. He's not going to respond. And then shout out to, someone else that we grew up with chimed in and was like, and then that's when he corrected him about ICE. Because, this is my issue with so many people that we have to encounter on a daily basis is you guys base baseless points off of Facebook posts and you don't go fact check or look up nothing. You don't read nothing. You don't research nothing. Y'all just emotional off of some Facebook posts and surface level information in the media, and then y'all emotional about shit that ain't even true. So he corrected him. He said the ICE $858 million wasn't cash bonuses. He says projected funding for hiring incentives. And he said healthcare spending hasn't been cut. Medicare and Medicaid still dwarf ICE's entire budget. So he said you can criticize priorities, but the numbers are misinterpreted a lot. And I'm so glad that, you know, one of my other, you know, childhood friends chimed in and corrected him on his post. And of course, you know, deflecting like Democratic mentality does, just deflecting. And it's like, you can be mad. I'm not here to argue politics. I was just really trying to put him on game as far as what is happening and basically trying to get him to just zoom out. This isn't about Democrats or Republicans. It's not about Donald Trump. Should we have elected Donald Trump or Kamala Harris? Regardless, whoever was going to win was going to usher in this new system that is coming. Either you're going to be prepared for it or you're not. And the sad part is people like him and there's so many people like him. So I'm not even trying to single him out. But it's so many people like this that can't zoom out to see the non-emotional side of this and actually be like, hey, okay, well, how can I set my family up so we're not affected by all this bullshit that y'all talking about that's coming? How can I set myself up so my family's not negatively affected? And that should be the mentality. But instead, people would rather bicker and bitch. And I have to say it like that because that's essentially what people do. So,
yep.
They're on my internet acting stupid.
Oh man, as soon as you start digging on them, they want to start doing that bullshit. Just like they said over there on YouTube, you were friends in high school. That doesn't mean you have to be friends as adults. Let that fool be. Big love and respect to BlockNation for bringing us that raw, uncut material straight from the soil. Yeah. Hit that like button, fam.
Hey, shout out to Maya. Maya said that's why UBI has to happen.
Oh yeah.
Niggas like him gonna need it. Like, yeah, he's very lost, bro. He's very lost. Hey, shout out my nigga Rick, my man's Mims. He said ignorance.
Yeah, straight up and down.
Straight up
and down. And then maybe once we get into this digital era, maybe it'll click then. But then, like you said before, it'll probably be too fucking late. It'll probably be too late because he's probably gonna be like, oh, this shit was happening the whole entire time. I should have been putting myself up on. And you said, homeboy, he got kids, right? I feel bad for the kids. I feel bad for the kids more than anything.
I feel bad for the kids, bro. I feel bad for the kids because it's like, you know, he just one of them niggas that's, you know, from back home that's lost.
If he would have listened, he could have broke the chain. He could have literally broke the chain because he still got this window of opportunity. And then the fact that you're just not up on my whole thing, it was just pure ignorance. Because okay, you don't have to be up to speed on gold and silver as far as pricing goes. But me and you both took social studies. We took U.S. history. We took world. You know, we took all these classes, and you didn't know that we was on a gold standard. How do you think the dollar got its value? How do you think we have the most powerful dollar in the world? It came from gold, my God. Like, that was the part that was just so disappointing because I'm like, y'all really don't know how money works. Where the value comes from. Y'all really sitting here sleeping on having precious metals. Niggas don't really understand the value of holding precious metals, foreign currencies, cryptocurrencies, the utility ones, the ones that have, you know, that solve a real world problem. Like, y'all niggas don't have no assets. On top of that, I know you don't own a home, so you have no assets. You have no assets. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, if you can't afford to own a home, at least make sure you in crypto, foreign currencies, and precious metals, so you have some type of assets to, you know, back you up to kind of get you there. But it's like, you ain't got no assets. And you sitting here worried about who voted for Trump and telling us to stay on that side. Yep. Your priorities are fucked up. Super.
You on the wrong side of this.
Super. I would have respected it more if he made content out of it. I'd have been like, oh, okay, well, at least he trying to make, you know, he trying to make lemonade out of lemons, but he just saying the shit. He just saying the shit.
Hey, y'all, D wanted me to cook his ass.
I did. I said, don't spare his ass. I said, don't spare him. Don't spare him. Because, listen, 2020, 2023, 2022, me would have been like, nah, chill. But nah, we in 2026, fam. Let his ass feel the pain, fam. Let him feel the pain. So
yeah, that's how it's gonna have to be. Shout out my man's over here, Sonny. She said you were friends back in high school. Doesn't mean you have to be friends as adults. Let that fool be. Oh, that's a fact, gang. I don't even go home. Ask D. D, how often do I go to North Carolina? And I travel a lot.
Nope. Never. Just to see if one of your nieces or nephews do something. That's about it. What you went for graduation?
And I'm only only finna go. I think I'm finna go in a couple months because my uncle's getting married. That's the only reason I'm going this year. If it won't be getting married, occasionally, yeah. If it wasn't for him getting married, I wouldn't even probably go to North Carolina this year. Like, I don't be having no reason to be there. So trust me, bro. I definitely let that fool be. He said, "This is why I keep my mouth shut and don't say shit anymore." Exactly.
I mean, listen.
That's why I said I had been scrolling past his posts since the election time. I just been letting it fly. Today I was like, let me try. You know what I'm saying? I know, bro. Let me see if I can put him on game real quick. Nigga deflected so quick.
Listen. Y'all put it in the chat. Y'all vote now. Should she cook his ass and put him on Front Street in front of everybody? Because he don't know what you do. He obviously don't know who you are. No. Like out here. Should she cook his ass? I know it's not Friday. Should she roast him? Let us know in the chat, please. Please. Because I'm on the side of roast him, let him feel the pain from his own people so he understands.
Somebody said cook that nigga. Cook him.
Yeah. Get him.
That's the only way he's gonna change. Who said J Money Mitch? Shout out to J Money Mitch. He said that's the only way he's gonna change. Cook him.
Maurice.
Put him in the pot.
Cook him.
And they said, yeah. H-Town said yes. Yeah, they said like a chicken. All right. Life him up. I mean, he needed. I'm trying to help him. Bro got 2 kids. You know, they young right now. They like under 5 or nah. I know one of them under 5. I think the other one in elementary
they don't know
school.
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying? I feel bad for bro. You feel me? I sincerely do, because I'm just like, gang, I can't help you see the light. I'm just trying to help you zoom out a little bit. And I ain't even, you know what I'm saying? Y'all noticed when I responded, I didn't even, go too crazy with the crypto talk. I kept it basic. I just said own some assets.
Yo, somebody said fish fry. You better get that nigga North Carolina fish fry, yo. Fish fry.
Shout out to Nia Simone said no, he can't help his intelligence level. You know what, Nia? That was my whole thing when I was writing them back, because I wrote a couple paragraphs, delete. You know how you be writing stuff, delete. I ain't gonna say.
You ain't pressing.
I literally was gonna cook his ass and be like, yeah. I'm like, bro, me and you clearly are not on the same level with this information, so I don't even think we should argue, because this is like, nigga, I would cook your ass so bad I had you questioning your whole life right now, gang. Like
now somebody gonna catch you on somebody gonna catch you on the right day, and they gonna feel it. It may not be him, but
oh yeah. Today just wasn't one of the days. Today I woke up with a little bit of empathy in my heart for some reason. You know what I'm saying? I woke up with empathy because I just helped my dad with my house. Shoot, if he'd have caught me yesterday, I'd have been, nigga, get the fuck off my phone.
Woo, kid, fam.
Fuck off my phone, nigga.
Yeah, you can't help everybody. Nah. It's winners and losers. It's gonna be a lot of losers in this game for sure.
Yeah, and like Maya said, vibrating on different frequencies, and that's the whole thing. Like energetically, and that's a big reason why I can't go back home. I can't move back home, is because I operate on a totally different frequency than most of them down there. So it wouldn't do nothing. But I would have to, and that's what I got tired of doing, which is why I moved away. I probably came on here and vented about it on a live before, about having to dumb myself down. I remember doing that a couple years ago. That I was tired of dumbing myself down. Like I literally, to converse with people, and I naturally have to do that now, but I don't have to do it as much. But like, it gets exhausting having to dumb yourself down all the time. So that's why I only talk to D. Who else I talk? I talk to my sisters.
Ain't too many. I don't
really talk to nobody no more, because I don't have the energy to be dumbing myself down. I don't want to lower my frequency, bro. Like that's not my fault. Y'all still down there. Like,
listen, if you're talking to me, and I'll say this, if you're talking to me in 2026, it is a privilege. I'll say that. It is a privilege.
It's definitely. Hey, you ain't lie right there, D. You ain't lie right there. Like, I ain't even got the energy. And that's why me and D be coming on here talking to
Exactly.
Come on here and talk to y'all, because it's like, nigga, these
I'm done with all that. Oh my God. You gotta know. Nah, that's over.
That's a fact. So we're gonna go ahead and get started, y'all. So I got this WorldCoin article that we're gonna go over first from D. We're gonna talk about this. We're gonna go ahead and get into these news and updates. WorldCoin.
So what they doing over there? So WorldCoin. Let me go to my notes. So what happened? So WorldCoin jumped about 40% in one day. WorldCoin. So the price went up from 45 to 65 cents. They settled around the 52-cent range. So this happened after news that OpenAI plans to launch a new social media platform. Ooh, kid.
Ooh.
So why OpenAI? Because OpenAI, WorldCoin. That's all Sam. What's my man? Sam Altman. Sam Altman. That's his joint. So OpenAI, which is his company, wants to compete with X, Facebook, and LinkedIn. So this platform would be humans only. So no bots, no fake accounts, no AI spam. Okay. So how WorldCoin fits in is because WorldCoin, is also run by Sam Altman. It uses biometric ID eye scans to prove you're a real person. So OpenAI is reportedly considering WorldCoin's iris scanning orb or Apple Face ID. So this would be called proof of personhood. And I think we talked about it a little bit before. So what is proof of personhood? It proves that one account equals one human, not 10 accounts, 10 fake accounts, or bot forms or AI generated users. So this is something no major social media platform uses today. You right about that. Because it's definitely 100,000 queens and 100,000 Ds on TikTok alone. So the market reacted because of this connection. Trading volume jumped over 800%, and then future bets on WorldCoin rose 75%. The market cap sits around 1.44 billion, and then traders are betting that if OpenAI uses WorldCoin technology, World becomes core infrastructure, not just a token. I am bullish as shit on World now. If OpenAI creates a social media platform, especially right now, because y'all been hearing about TikTok and how jokers just deleting TikTok because they don't like the terms of agreement and stuff like that. That's a whole nother discussion. But if jokers is going to jump from TikTok or whatever they on right now to WorldCoin, but at the same time, are people cool with getting their face scan to get into their social media account? They're gonna be cool with that, right? What would be cool with that?
I think it's kind of normal. I think people will tap in with it. I don't think it's gonna be nothing serious because people already like X kind of has that now. Like I got my two-factor set up on my like DMs where I can put in a code or biometric. So
no, that's true. So because pretty much it just turned into an identity system, built for pretty much online trust, right? So you can get the bots up out of here. But they're gonna be using your face for. So you got to read the terms and conditions even with that. Yeah.
Yeah, so you basically giving them permission to use your face for free. That's my only problem.
Right.
I do have a fee for that. Look.
Casey Baby on TikTok says some people do it now. Yep, for sure. So in 2025, y'all know OpenAI signed a $300 billion computing deal with Oracle. And then WorldCoin's price had jumped then too. And then most recently, Bitmine invested $250 million, $250 million into WorldCoin reserves. So they cited WorldCoin's zero knowledge proof technology. So WorldCoin has faced privacy concerns in multiple countries. Biometric data is controversial, of course, and then regulations could slow that adoption. But if they break through and get their own social media platform, this could be a legit competition. This could be a legit competition for X, Facebook, LinkedIn, and others. Like for real.
My man Cecil said I have a huge problem giving up my biometrics. I told him, listen, bro, you work in security, so I know you got a huge problem.
Right.
No, I don't think it's the best thing ever either. You know what I'm saying? Because they definitely about to be using our faces on robots and shit. That's gonna be my main problem. If I walk outside and see a robot that look like, I promise you, if that hoe got my face, I'm shooting it. I don't care what y'all talking about. I ain't have my permission to do that. So yeah, man, them terms and conditions about to be crazy though. You ain't about to be able to use the damn app without accepting it. So it's like, So it's about to be crazy out here. But this is big. This is huge. They trying to rival Elon Musk's X. They could do it too, depending on how they pop it off. If they come in with the right marketing, they might pop that shit off for real. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Twitter done fell off before, so I wouldn't be surprised if it can happen again. So,
yeah, it can.
For sure. Was that everything for that one?
Yeah. That was the basis of that. Mm-hmm.
All right, so we got the crypto bill clears U.S. Senate milestone. Let's go ahead and talk about that since we touched on it a little bit. As effort advanced through first committee. So, the big crypto bill passes first Senate committee. Here's what it means. So we cleared the first major Senate step by advancing out of the Senate Agriculture Committee at the committee vote. So this is an important procedural milestone in Congress's long push to clarify how digital assets are regulated. So the vote was along party lines in committee, Republicans supporting, Democrats mostly opposing, showing political divisions on how this should be done. So what this bill aims to do, so the legislation will create clear rules, and give clarity to the CFTC and the SEC. But I also saw an update. Let me see if I can pull it up. Right before I hopped on, so I didn't have time to find an article, but the SEC and the CFTC are expected to sign an agreement on crypto oversight. So I need to look into it more, but I did see that from Watch Your Guru that the SEC and the CFTC is going to sign an agreement on crypto oversight. So we'll keep an eye out for that. So we are treading in the right direction, guys. So so let's talk about why this. We don't got to talk about why it matters, but basically it was like 12-11, and none of the Democrats voted to advance this bill. None of them, like zero. It was zero Democratic. It has zero Democratic backing. So that tells you everything you need to know as far as finance goes. That Democrats do not want you to have money in your pocket, gang. They are not trying to advance this space. They are trying to remain stagnant and stifle innovation. They can blame it on they want to do it a certain way, blase. The way they want to do it is so that Trump doesn't get the glory for it, and then they're gonna hope for the best in 2028 that they get a Democrat back in there. And I don't know what the plan is, what puppet they're gonna use next, but I just feel like they on bullshit. But yeah, so we got through a little. This one of them small hurdles that matters. So yeah, we got the Senate Agriculture Committee to move to advance this bill. So we'll see what comes next. And then, like I said, the SEC and the CFTC, they're supposed to be signing a crypto oversight agreement. So like I said, it's good. It's positive news. We're trading in the right direction. I'll take it. Shit has been so negative the last couple of weeks since Coinbase pulled out that it's ridiculous. So I'm just happy to see some good news. So we'll take it. Well, a win is a win. Everybody put W's in the chat. A win is a win.
Win is a win. Let's get them likes up over there. Somebody just said, is there a live goal? Yeah, 100K likes. 100K likes. Shout out to Michi Rose for asking. Yeah, 100K likes. Get the 100K likes over there on TikTok for sure. Run it up.
Because a win is a win. We gonna take it.
Yeah.
Win is a win. So we'll go ahead and go to the next article. So let's talk about Sony, because I know I saw the Sony article you sent. So Sony Innovation Fund invests $13 million in Startel Group Sonium. Am I saying right? Sonium Network.
So Sony Innovation Fund, they got an innovation fund. So Startel Group, which is a Web3 company. So their blockchain is called Sonium, right? So Sony just put another $13 million into Startel. What is Sonium? So Sonium is a layer 2 blockchain built on Ethereum, right? And this is faster, cheaper, and built for apps for people who actually use gaming, entertainment, and payments. So why this investment is important, because this is the first official close of Startel's Series A. So Sony already partnered before. Now they're adding more money after seeing results. Sony's role stays the same in governance, infrastructure, and long-term strategy. So basically, Sony is comfortable with how this network is working, how it's running, operating as of right now. And then Sonium is already live and busy. So the network stats is 524 million transactions processed, 5.4 million active wallets, and 250 plus live apps, the dApps. So for comparison, Avalanche has 442 million transactions, and Algorand has 383 million transactions. Sony has 524 million transactions, right? So that shit is leaps and bounds above Algorand and Avalanche right now. So what people are actually doing on Sonium, because Sonium is focused on, like I said, gaming, entertainment, consumer apps, payments, fan engagement. Sony designed this network to work with music, movies, games, digital collectibles, and fan rewards. So this is basically Web3 for normal people, right? For everyday people, like people that just love to be entertained and playing games. This app layer, the StarTel built its main app, and it lets you hold your wallet. It lets you manage your assets. It gives you access to the apps, and it handles the payments. So everything inside one system, instead of all these damn wallets, all these apps, is all within one system, one ecosystem. So the stablecoin piece of this is that Sonium has its own native stablecoin called USDSC. So it's close to USDC, but it's called USDSC. And what makes USDSC different is because it's already built in the network and its default payment method, and it's not an add-on or extra token. So it's going to be used for payments, app settlements, and network activity. So Sony cares about this so much because Sony revealed Sonium back in August of 2024, so about a year and a half ago. And then the mainnet launched last January of 2025. And then at the launch, we had talked about this before, they introduced NFT fan tools, entertainment linked digital assets, and then creator to fan engagement models. Sony isn't chasing meme coins at all. They're not chasing memes. They are building digital ownership, fan economies, on-chain payments, gaming, and media ecosystems. Bullish as hell on Sonium and Sony over there. They doing something right now. They're doing something right now. So Sony is funding the infrastructure, supporting the live blockchain, backing the stablecoin, and building consumer-focused Web3. That's how you're going to get motherfuckers over to Web3. If you get the gamers and people that's already, on this side involved on over there, and they making money over there, that's how you're going to get a lot of people in Web3.
Okay. This is interesting. I'm always intrigued when Sony entered the chat. So I'm glad you found this. Okay.
Yeah. So, and then we got GTA, of course. Some of y'all mentioned it in the chat. GTA 6 is supposedly coming out in November. So, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Man, yeah, we'll see.
It should be around.
It should. Yeah, somebody said $120 minimum. Yeah. I don't think it's gonna be no cheaper than 120. What you think, D?
Yeah. 120. They probably have like limited edition versions of it too for like 150 and up. Like, yeah, it's gonna be over a yard for sure.
Yeah, be ready to spend a couple $100 for those that's like me, that want the full experience, that pays for like D said, all the extra stuff. Be prepared for that 150, 200.
and they probably gonna have some different attachments attached to the game too. So you may be paying up to $500 with different attachments that they probably will build in addition to it, because people are gonna be in that shit 24/7. You think people in that shit right now? People gonna be in that shit 24/7, like it's the real world.
Because I'm about to play when we get off.
It's just there you go. There you go.
When I get off, I'm trying to be a monster at this damn game. By the time GTA 6 come out, yeah, y'all gonna want to be on our server.
Yes. I'm talking about in real life attachments. Yes. So you know how people got the Oculus glasses and all these different types of metaverse attachments. It's gonna be like that, and they'll probably have some shit. Some next level shit.
Damn, man, that game about to be epic, y'all. I can't wait till we get more details. I just know that's gonna be an epic game. That's gonna introduce the metaverse probably. Like I know y'all in here talking about RAM space and all that. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that game took hella space. Like I might have to buy another console
for that game.
Just for that game, because like. Yeah, it's probably gonna take hella space. Like it's just we're gonna see. That's why I'm waiting for the details to come out. That way, you know what I'm saying, we know how to move around. But I think it's gonna be crazy.
They roll this shit out the right way. They're gonna make so much money off of attachments, off of merchandise, off of brand deals. People are gonna be getting all type of shit. You know what I mean? If they work this situation the right way.
Yep, because even the gamer is getting ready to be able to. So to me, it's gonna be well worth the investment. If the game 120, so be it. Because I think if you really take it serious, you can be able to make some serious money in GTA, and they're supposed to be paying in crypto. That's probably what's holding the game up, is because they trying to put that aspect in it, you know, with the crypto side of it, which is, you know, that's our theory, is that's what's holding GTA up now, is payment rails, because they, you know, I think they're gonna have blockchain technology all up and through that. So we'll see it. We'll see, because I think that's what they're doing, is integrating some type of something dealing with blockchain. So we're gonna see. Let me see. So yeah, we got some more stuff to go over though. So let's talk about the UAE right quick. So did I actually, you know what? Hold on one second. Actually, we're gonna circle back to the UAE. I have to circle back to it. I had this article on Bybit. Here we go. Bybit. Okay. Bybit. So they are going to launch retail bank accounts. My bank. Bybit. So Bybit has hinted at its plan to launch retail banking services on its platform by February. Today, January 29th.
It sure is. It sure is.
February. So users will be able to transfer up to 18 currencies in and out of partner banks. So yeah, Bybit, which is one of the world's largest crypto exchanges, announces plans to roll out retail banking services called My Bank, powered by Bybit, as early as February 2026. So this new product gives users personal bank accounts with international bank account numbers, IBANs, meaning they can send, receive, and hold fiat currencies directly through the platform. So the account supports transfers across up to 18 different fiat currencies and are designed to work with partner banks. So who it's for? So verified users who complete the KYC. Here we go, D. Who complete KYC checks will be able to open and use these bank accounts. So once active, accounts can be used to deposit fiat currency, receive salaries, pay bills, and trade crypto, all under the user's own name. So users must complete identity verification with Bybit and partner banks. After that, they'll get an IBAN enabling standard banking operations like transfers between banks domestically and internationally. Oh shit. Fiat deposits can then be converted into crypto within the platform, potentially reducing friction between traditional finance and digital asset use. So partners and approval. So Bybit is collaborating with licensed banking partners like Pave Bank, Qatar National Bank, DMZ Finance. So I'm sure these are international banks because I haven't heard of them. But to provide this service. So the launch remains subject to regulatory approvals in the jurisdictions where it will operate. So this is huge for crypto users. So I'll tell you why. So you're bridging crypto and traditional finance. So Bybit's My Bank accounts could simplify how users move money between fiat and crypto, removing reliance on third-party on and off ramps that can be slow or costly. And then you have potential mainstream appeal. So bank-like accounts like with IBANs can make crypto platforms resemble traditional financial services, potentially appealing to users who want one integrated account for banking and crypto investing. So this is a sign of industry growth. So the move underscores how some crypto exchanges are expanding into full financial service offerings and not just trading. This is huge. I might have to even look into that. D, what you think? What?
Yeah. Nah, this is crazy.
We might have to look into put some money over there. I might have to. That is crazy. Y'all let us know in the chat. Bybit is basically saying that they're giving users personal bank accounts with international bank account numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So you can transact domestically and internationally. This is huge. This is supposed to launch in February.
Yep. Couple days, couple weeks, whatever.
What?
Yeah.
And on top of that, you'll be able to move money between fiat and crypto, and you don't have to rely on Coinbase no more. Oh my god, nigga, Jesus!
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Bybit going crazy, and you know the Qatar National Bank, like DMZ Finance, Page Bank. I'm gonna look up those banks, but this is big. This is huge news. Jesus, this needs to get more love.
Yeah. It should get more love, but you know, a lot of people they're gonna be like, "What's Bybit?" You know,
everybody's so fixated on market structure, but shit like this happening.
This setting the stage though. So like it's gonna move forward because shit like this is happening. It's gonna move forward. Just gotta listen. You just gotta wait on the. It's all in different phases, man. That's why we not worried on here. I know it's fatigue, but look at this shit, man. Look at this shit. Nah, this is definitely a good article. Definitely a good article.
Dang. Hey, D, that UAE article, was that yours or mine?
That was mine.
That's yours. Okay, I thought so. Okay, yeah. You can go ahead and talk about the UAE because they got their first central bank approved stablecoin USDU.
Yeah. So basically, the UAE they got the central bank stablecoin USDU. So the central bank of the UAE has approved it. The country's first backed USD stablecoin. The approval came on Thursday under the payment token system regulation, right? So it came today. Notably, the stablecoin is backed 1-to-1 by the US dollar and operates under direct central bank oversight. So this is the first time. The dollar-denominated stablecoin has received formal approval from the UAE central bank. The token is now part of the country's regulated payment system rather than sitting on the outside, of the framework, fam. And there's like a little video if you want to play it.
Okay.
On that article too.
It's D, you gonna have to play it because remember, because I'm on my iPad, I can't turn the volume up.
Oh, it's just a little 8-second joint. I don't even think it got any sound to it.
It's just a little mute, yeah.
Yeah. It's just a little something. So you could just play it.
This is the main thing right here. University. Yeah. First.
Yeah, that's
USD state.
Yeah, that's the main shit right there. So in addition, it's also important to know that Aqua Now, which is a crypto financial service provider, has been appointed as the global distribution partner. And then during the press release, they said that the firm will help in expanding institutional access to USDU across multiple markets. And then USDU is issued and managed by the Universal Digital. The firm operates under the Financial Service Regulatory Authority at Abu Dhabi Global Market. So with this approval, Universal Digital has become the first foreign payment token issuer registered by the UAE Central Bank. And then USDU is registered as a foreign payment token. So this allows the USD pegged digital asset to function inside a bank regulated settlement environment. So the framework gives legal clarity on issuance, custody, and reserve handling. Moreover, USDU reserves are held fully in US dollars while funds sit in safeguarded onshore accounts at Emirates NBD and Mashreq. So the backing remains 1-to-1 at all times. Also, MBank supports Universal Digital as a corporate banking partner. And then they gonna run it up. And then they got the wallet. Out there in Dubai. It's the wallet runs on the infrastructure from Zodia Custody, which is a crypto custody firm backed by the Standard Charter. And then the setup focus on institutional security and regulation alignment. So y'all already know over there on the UAE, they know what's up. They teaching their kids. Remember we was talking about that 2 years ago, how they teaching their kids about Web3 and all this other shit. And then the crypto companies was sponsoring it. So they already hit. It's us over here in America that's not hip at all. Like your home you was talking about earlier. It's people like him and his kids that's not going to be hip. But over there in the UAE, they already know about this shit. They already know.
Yeah.
So, pick your poison.
That's a fact. That's a fact. No, they definitely was putting the education side, and that's what's going to separate the U.S. from everybody else, is because we didn't educate our people on none of this new digital technology that's coming. I mean, if you work in that realm, then you're hip, but majority of the country, no. Fuck.
Nah, exactly. America, just like Mad Max said, America is sleeping. They damn sure are.
And that's intentional. And they got people, but he was a good example because they have people exactly where they want them. You can't hear anything I'm saying. See, he thought that I was defending Trump. I wasn't defending him. So that proves to me you're emotional. So you can't, I'm sitting here just feeding you information. I'm informing you of what's really what's transpiring right now, just at least trying to give you a different perspective And
right.
all you can do is deflect. And that's what they want. They don't want people to hear you. That's exactly why they used him to bring this in. And that's why America's going to stay asleep. Because imagine, bro, if Kamala had won the presidency, and let's just hypothetically say she ushered this in, we would have 700 people on this live right now. We probably have 15,000 people in the Patreon. It would be crazy right now. It would be bananas if Kamala was ushered. But that's it, the opposite of what they wanted. So I'm not gonna let Kamala usher this in because too many of y'all like her for some odd, weird reason. Too many of y'all like her. I guess y'all like that she be cackling and faking and wearing Timberlands and she AKA. I don't know. But y'all don't like the old man. I don't like him either. But I'm gonna let him bring it in because y'all ain't gonna listen to him. And so you trying to feed people this information so they can zoom out to see how they're getting finesse. Because the whole time you think you woke to what's going on and you not. You falling right into the digital trap that they want you to fall into, and so many people don't realize how hard it's gonna be to get out of this digital trap. See, the current matrix that we in right now, you can fight your way out of it. You work hard enough, you put together the right plan, the right system, you could get yourself out of this matrix. You can figure it out. In this new digital era, I'm not gonna say you can't get out, but it's gonna be very hard to figure out how to get out of that digital trap once you get put on that UBI, and then once they start taking those measures where they're saying, oh, you can't buy crypto. You can't use our money to invest. That money is for food and your bills and to put gas into your vehicle. If we still have gas cars, that's what they're going to be telling you. That money's controlled. No, I'm not going to allow you to use this UBI to make investments. We're going to decline the transaction. That's the.
You thought you was about to buy silver and gold with this shit? Nah,
no. Decline. You ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and also you went to Walmart too many times this week. If you go again, we'll decline that too. So it's like. It's about to be bad out here, and it's like it's sad, bro. It's real sad. It's real sad. Niggas don't even have a clue of what's to come. They don't even understand that the whole ICE thing is just a psychological thing to get y'all used to this type of policing. The difference is instead of it just being for illegals, it is gonna be for everybody else, and y'all gonna be used to that. Y'all gonna be used to robot dogs chasing after you and drones capturing you, saying, "Hey, if you move, we'll shoot." And this is like. People don't understand what's coming, but when you're trying to enlighten individuals and they deflect like that, the divide and conquer tactic is working. The media, the manipulation, and to keep you emotional, that whole Democratic playbook is working. No, it's working. It's working flawlessly, and it's sad.
Yeah, it is sad. It is sad, you know. But I know a lot of people in this chat, or a lot of people that's on YouTube and TikTok right now. I know they hip. And if you just getting hip to what we talking about, y'all better stay on it. Y'all better stay on it. Y'all better stay on it. If you just coming across us right now, listen, this is the time period, right? Don't scroll away because you're gonna keep scrolling away and miss the message, right? Somebody, I think it was Casey said, yeah, they be focused on the messenger rather than the message for sure. They be focused on the messenger more than the message. Yep. So, hey,
y'all better take this small window because this to me right here is the last year to get right. I think this is the last year to get right. We're gonna talk about that too because I got an article about why 2026 may be blockchain's maturity test. And then the breakout year could be 2027, or the breakout year could be the second half of this year. I'm not all for the timeline part, but I did want to talk about that. So yeah, we're gonna get into that next. But we're gonna talk about the U.S. SEC confirms tokenized securities are subject to federal laws. So yeah, let's get into this real quick. So the SEC clarifies tokenized securities still fall under U.S. law. So the SEC officially stated that digital tokens representing traditional financial securities on a blockchain or crypto network are still securities under federal law and must follow existing securities regulations. So a tokenized security is a financial instrument that meets the legal definition of a security, even if it's issued or recorded using blockchain technology. So whether the ownership record is held on-chain or off-chain, the legal treatment doesn't change. The asset is still a security. So two main token models. So issuer sponsor. So the company behind the security issues and maintains it on blockchain. Third-party sponsor as well. So a different entity issues a token, but custody and legal obligations still apply. So why this matters? So legal clarity. The SEC's guidance removes ambiguity for businesses looking to issue or support tokenized versions of stocks, bonds, or other securities. And then compliance requirements. So tokenized securities must comply with registration, disclosure, reporting, and anti-fraud rules, just like traditional securities. And then technology does not override law. So simply putting an asset on a blockchain doesn't give it a special exemption from federal law. So they are clarifying that tokenized securities still fall under U.S. law. Well, it's a good thing that, you know, we invested into some commodities that they ain't trying to let everybody know commodity.
Nah, that's facts. That's facts.
Woo!
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
you got me. You got him, Tunchi. You about to start something in the comment section. That's a bold take, but me and D agree because I know we both said this. He said, "I'm gonna say it. BTC is going to 65K whether you cry or not. Be ready with capital to buy that dip. Let them know, gang. Some people in denial about this Bitcoin dip that possibly could occur. You know what I'm saying? So no, you ain't never lied about that. But yeah, y'all. So yeah, we'll move on. So I'm gonna talk about what I brought up about why 2026 may be blockchain's maturity test, not its breakout year. So let's get into it. That is not to say I'm bearish or anything like that, but I truly believe that whether it's the second half of this year or early next year, this is the last year to get right. And I'm still bullish on this year. Could things take off and go crazy this year? Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? I just think 2027 we take off even more. I think we take off from, you know, to infinity and beyond since Trump said it was gonna be the crypto capital of the world, and XRP went from 50 cents to damn near $3, whatever the price was. We've been going up since that moment. So I think we just continue to go up from here. Just to clarify that. So that does not mean I'm bearish for this year. I just want to touch on this article. So it's a maturity test for blockchain, not a big boom. So that's what the article is saying. But instead of explosive hype and sudden mass adoption, 2026 is shaping up as the year blockchain technology is tested in real world financial systems to see if big assumptions about adoption, tokenization, decentralized finance, and regulation hold up inside actual institutions and regulated markets. That makes a lot of sense. So that's why anybody pushing that whole the Clarity Act or the Genius is not getting, the Clarity Act isn't getting passed until 2029 and all that bullshit. Like, bro, y'all emotional and y'all sound ridiculous. Y'all sound absolutely ridiculous. Like, it's no way it's gonna take them that long to get that bill passed. But yeah, the focus is shifting from will blockchain work to can blockchain actually integrate with traditional financial systems in practice. So this is great for us because we're invested in the payment rails. So institutional adoption, slow but steady. So institutions aren't asking if they should use blockchain, they're asking how much. So allocations to digital assets may stay modest, often discussed around 1 to 2% of portfolios, but participation will broaden. Banks and asset managers are building infrastructure, custody, and risk frameworks that make blockchain more normal and not just speculative. So the implication here is that more institutions will use blockchain tech, but as part of internal processes, not as headline-grabbing market moves. So tokenization depends on cash and systems. So tokenized real-world assets, like tokenized money market funds or bonds, are technically possible, but operational challenges remain. The real bottleneck isn't code; it's the existing legacy systems, batch processing, reconciliation, internal controls that weren't built for on-chain settlement. So the implication here is that tokenization growth will start with simpler, more familiar instruments to expand over time. And DeFi for enterprise is not immediate. So DeFi in its pure permissionless form isn't ready for large traditional organizations. That I disagree with. These firms need regulated environments with collateral access. Once we get regulation, DeFi taking off. Fuck out of here. But I'll keep going. So while permission blockchain systems will grow, fully open DeFi won't become mainstream this year. It may become mainstream next year, but it's gonna get some buzz this year for sure. But again, this is the article. But the implication here is that expect hybrid and permission blockchain adoption in big organizations before fully decentralized models gain traction. And then you have regulation moves from backdrop to foundation. So rules aren't just something to fear anymore. They're becoming a framework that determines winners and losers. License compliant players will likely outperform unregulated ones because they can operate profitably and safety under evolving rules. So the implication here is that 2026 could be when regulatory clarity starts shaping real market structure instead of just dominating headlines. And then you have CBDCs may lose narrative momentum. So central bank digital currencies got lots of attention before, but private stablecoins are taking a more active role right now. CBDCs aren't front and center this year as some expected. So instead of government digital currencies leading, private sector stablecoins and tokenized deposits could have greater immediate relevance. So yeah, we'll see. I think this year is definitely going to be the stress test. They're going to see if they can do it. Again, that's why we are in utility assets and on the payment side, because regardless, we win. But yeah, I thought I'd just kind of bring another perspective on how this year could possibly go. It's only January. It's still, to me, too early to tell. I personally wouldn't have wrote an article like this in January, but I thought it had some good points and just a couple things that probably should be in your brain to consider. While you're maneuvering in this space. So, but yeah. I think this is blockchain's maturity test is definitely coming. So we'll see, y'all.
Oh yeah. We definitely gonna see. We're gonna see a whole lot. Whether it's this year, next year, we're gonna see a whole lot this year going into next year for sure. 1000% agreed.
For sure. This next article is just MasterCard. MasterCard leans into agentic commerce and stablecoins while card volumes rise. So let's talk about MasterCard real quick. So MasterCard reported strong card spending and rising transaction volumes while signaling strategic investments in agentic commerce and stablecoins to shape future payment experiences. So MasterCard's executives highlighted continued consumer and business spending resilience, particularly in cross-border and contactless transactions. So agentic commerce refers to systems where AI agents, programs that act on behalf of users, can initiate transactions or suggest buys automatically. MasterCard is building infrastructure and tools to support this, positioning itself at the center of AI-powered payments. So key aspects, it enables AI assistants to complete purchases or financial actions for users. MasterCard's strategy includes frameworks and platforms that help businesses integrate and trust these automated interactions. This aligns with broader trends where payments start to look less like you trigger a swipe and more like your AI helper pays for you. So stablecoins in the payments mix. So stablecoins, y'all know, are digital tokens pegged to fiat currency value. And MasterCard is exploring how stablecoins can fit into its payment ecosystem, including support for tokenized payments and settlement infrastructure, part of a larger digital payment strategy. So this doesn't mean replacing card rails, but augmenting them with digital currency compatibilities that might help future-looking apps, wallets, and commerce platforms. And in the card spending and volume trends, so MasterCard's recent earnings also showed card transaction volumes rising, including cross-border growth, stable consumer spending despite broader economic uncertainty. Stock and earnings reactions reflect confidence in the company's long-term strategy. So this signals that MasterCard's core business remains strong even as it balances innovation with everyday payment services. So MasterCard, I feel like throwing a shot at that company we talked about. Was it Wallet Connect or something like that?
Yeah.
Like, nigga, we ain't worried.
Nah, I know MasterCard ain't worried. They good. They down with the blockchains and shit like that. But it's just gonna be a battle of market share at this point. Who's gonna have these people, who's gonna have those people, and just like certain banks and platforms. So they just another platform that's gonna be on that type of wave. So
that's a fact. Read Brad's recent tweet. Okay, hold on.
Oh yeah, he just tweeted.
Brad just tweeted. It should pop right up on my timeline. Let me see. Let's see what Brad talking about. Okay, well, I'm gonna type his name in. Bradley.
Here, I'll put it in the chat.
Oh, you good, bro? Okay. I'll pull it up so we all can look at it together then. Shout out to D. All right. Let's all take a look at Brad's tweet real quick. All right, so Brad Garlinghouse So the last couple of weeks have been an absolute firestorm of action to get the market structure bill passed while banking GOP clears its logjam. Thank you, Senator Tim Scott. Congrats are in order to Senate Senate AG GOP and Chairman John Boozman for advancing the Senate Agriculture Committee's market structure bill out of committee today. He said, as I said before, clarity is better than chaos. That's a fact. The legislative process can be messy and complex, but it is 100% necessary to have clarity for this and future generations of crypto entrepreneurs, builders, and users as this technology becomes increasingly ingrained into our global financial infrastructure. And this is right from the Senate Agriculture Committee right here. This is a critical step toward creating clear rules for digital asset markets. Advancing this bill brings us closer to U.S. regulatory framework that protects consumers while allowing American innovation and businesses to thrive. There's still more work ahead, but I'm proud to lead this important effort and hopeful this will build momentum in the Senate to advance this legislation. 100%. So like we talked about earlier when we went over this, a win is a win. We're trading in the right direction again. So we'll throw W's in the chat again. Because
the
right direction. We'll take it. We'll take it. A win is
all
a
day.
win.
All day. All day.
All day. We'll take it, gang. We'll take it. So, man, okay. So Brad speaking out. You know what I'm saying? So let's hope Tim Scott and the rest of them can get this in order so we can finally get to the nitty gritty and get this, get to this markup and get that out of the way so we can finally get to that final vote so we can get it to Trump's desk. Good Lord. Can we please make it happen? Let's do it. Now, shout out now, even on the agriculture side, I want to make sure I say this. Even on the agriculture side, no Democrats voted in favor of this bill. There are Democrats in favor of the market structure bill. So I wanted to make sure I put that.
Because they want to get paid.
Some of them hip and they know what the fuck going on and they're not old and they're not making money from bank fees and they want to get paid, like they said. So some of them are for getting this bill done. So there are Democrats that want to get this bill done. So I wanted to make sure I clarified that. I still don't like Democrats and I don't like Republicans either. That's not changing. But I'll give credit where it's due. There's a couple of them that are trying to get this bill done. That's not part of the theater, I would say,
right,
to hold it up. So but yeah, y'all, that's all the updates that we had for right now. Yeah, it's one giant show for sure, bro. Make sure y'all in that. Make sure y'all in our Patreon. If you're not in the Patreon gang, get in that Patreon. So we're not gonna go live today. Because me and D both have some stuff to do this evening. But yeah, we do live streams in there as well that don't come on YouTube and TikTok. So make sure you're in the Patreon. Just because the news and updates, everything we talked about pretty much was in the Patreon already. They already can hit before we get on here. I just think y'all
shout out to exactly. Shout out to everybody that was in class last night for the DeFi Patreon class. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got a peek of what we doing there and everything like that. So shout out to everybody that pulled up. They're there for sure.
100%, yeah, man. Because DeFi is gonna definitely save a lot of people's wealth. So make sure y'all getting hip to that. I know D and them and y'all D's doing a call at 4. So hey, make sure y'all take advantage of the free trust. I've always been telling y'all, I don't know how long they're gonna offer that free trust. I know trusts are very expensive to start. So y'all definitely take advantage. Even if you like, I ain't got all that bread yet, Queen, at least go ahead and get one started. So when you do get all this bread, you finna get some bread in the next, 1 to 3 years, gang. Make sure you set up. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you set that trust up, set your kids up. You never know. Yep. Life is crazy. Take advantage of the free trust. So the link for that is in the bio. Make sure y'all click on that link, do that questionnaire, and then they'll reach out to you. But yeah, make sure y'all take advantage of that free trust while they're offering it.
And it's easy to set up. It's easy to set up. Once you get your protection and everything like that, you can just set it up yourself, and they'll you can call them. It's a hotline. You can call them. Like, it's easy to set up. So the link is in the bio. Free trust class. It's 1 in 40 minutes, but we running them all week. So even if you can't make the 1 in 40 minutes, we running them all week.
For sure. So yeah, make sure y'all take advantage of that. At least shop around, at least see what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? That way, if you need to go talk to your spouse about it, talk to your spouse before you go to D. Don't hit up D and be like, I need to talk to my wife. Go ahead and talk to your wife, then hit up D. Okay? That'd be much appreciated.
Just like
or your husband. Wife or husband before you talk to D, please.
just like just like Casey said, people don't know that they could put their life insurance policy inside their trust and then let the trust be the beneficiary.
Ooh, he just put y'all on. Who was that? Shout out to whoever just said.
Shout out to Casey. Casey just said that on TikTok.
Casey just put y'all on game.
Mm-hmm.
Casey, y'all might want to screenshot that. Shout out to Casey, baby. Shout out to Casey, baby.
Shout out to VZ. He said he just set up his this morning.
Shout out V's. Hey, VZ, my bad. Hey, D, read your review. I'm about to brag on my guy D, because D getting everybody set up, gang. D getting everybody set up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yo, this is what I got. This is the text I got. Shout out to you. I just seen it when we was on live. Shout out to my dude V. He said, "Man, I appreciate you, D. This was so simple to set up and can add or delete when need to. And this is direct, very easy. So call us at 4 p.m.
4 p.m. Shout out Crypto B Roy. He says the link in bio of TikTok or YouTube. It's in both. You can go to the bio on my page or on the BlockNation page. Click that link tree. And that questionnaire should be right there. And this, YouTube, same thing. Just click on that link tree. Link is in the bio. It's in the link tree.
It's a free trust class.
Yeah, free trust class. For sure. But yeah, y'all, other than that, man, make sure y'all join that Patreon. Make sure y'all get in that Patreon. Sometimes we go live over the weekend. I know we did last weekend. We won't come live on here. But we be live in there too. So yeah, make sure y'all join that Patreon, support the channel, all that good stuff. We appreciate y'all. Shout out to everybody for tapping in. We appreciate y'all. But other than that, man, we're gonna see y'all tomorrow when we got some more updates. Again, this is a positive day. Keep the positivity going. You know what I'm saying? Like, love and light, because the world needs it. Other than that, man, we'll see y'all tomorrow.
Facts.
Royalty said thank you for all your help, D.
Nah, no problem. We want to make sure y'all right, fam. So we ain't playing around. Like, that's why those people that Kween was talking about earlier, like, they're gonna be left behind. They're not gonna know about all this shit at all.
100. You're right. But shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all. Other than that, man, we'll tap in with y'all tomorrow.
All right, peace.
All right, y'all.